Bum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum. Da-da-dum ba-da-dum ba-da-da-dum ba-da-da-dum ba-da-da-ba-da-da-dum. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. It doesn't matter how often I hear this song, it is still such a jam. Anyway, welcome to Late Night Gaming. My name is Rachel, and today we will be continuing Doki Doki Literature Club. In our last video, spooky shit started to happen. Yeah. I mean, check out the main title screen. Do you see anything odd about it? I do. But yeah, we started romancing Natsuki and Yuri. And we are going to start out by making Natsuki's poem. Bliss, loud, holiday, lazy, whistle, special, lollipop, kiss, skirt, melody, kitty, rainbow, milk, vacation, bunny, bubbles, sugar, sticky, warm, and friends. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Rachel. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, mOnIkA isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Rachel, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around, and sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen mOnIkA? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it makes you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, mOnIkA. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... mOnIkA looks at me. Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Rachel. mOnIkA smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if mOnIkA was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Rachel, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned it on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath and pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. Now, we know that she pulled out a portrait of Markov, but what if she pulled out a different book? Maybe the one that I'm about to recommend to you right now. More like a whole series of books, really. And that's Scythe by Neil Shusterman. Have you ever wanted to read a book about people being immortal? No more disease, no more death, no none of that nasty stuff. But I bet your big question is, how do you control a population then? Well, the answer is simple. You can't... You select certain people to train them to become things they call scythes. Check out the title of this book. Scythe, or Scythe. There are people that are trained to go out and kill other people so that the population stays under control. But what happens when there are two different ideologies that split this order apart? One ideology says that you need to be logical about who you kill. The other just wants to go out and murder people for whatever, just mass murder. They go into a mall and kill everybody and their quota's filled. So, two ideologies at war with one another. And what will happen? Well, the only way that you're gonna find out is if you read this series, which is 3 books. Scythe, Thunderhead, I don't know what just fell, and The Toll. There's also a 4th book. It's called The Gleaning. I haven't read it yet. I think it's a bunch of short stories that kind of fill in the gaps of things we hear about in the main series, but we don't see ourselves. At least it's what I've heard. But yeah. The trilogy is excellent, though. I want to reread it. It's been a while, but I do remember thoroughly enjoying it. And I bet you will too. So go out to your local library or to Barnes & Noble or whatever and go buy the book. Now. And it's a YA series, so it's not graphic or anything. I know I've recommended some more graphic, darker, grittier books in past videos, but the side of the series is YA. Also, the Lunar Chronicles series that I recommended last time in the last video is also YA, so if you don't like, you know, the darker, more disturbing novels I've recommended, the YA stuff is probably up your alley. They're really good. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I keep checking to see if everything's recording because this is actually the second time I've had to, like, record this. I got up to, like, this part, or a little bit further ahead, until I realized that I wasn't recording the actual gameplay. Yeah! Go me! To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Oh, that's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Ah, did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the water pitcher to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes pass. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Is something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decide to go look for her. I love how the music is muffled. It's like it stayed in the classroom. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach the corner and peer around it. Yuri? Yeah. That's actually one of my favorite, like, jump scares or whatever. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Rachel, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything? It cracks me up, dude. It's so funny to me. I don't know why. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. I'm so sorry I hit you. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Rachel. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Rachel, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes, I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a small bag of chocolate candies. I take it since it'll go well with tea. Okay. Well, I really slurred those words together. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the bag. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate, and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Rachel. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have done that. Ew! Yuri starts to breathe heavily. I can't. Rachel. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and jerks me to my feet. My teacup gets knocked over. Okay, I have my two cats in here with me. I hate this part. I do not like you. Rachel. Oh, no. My heart won't stop pounding, Rachel. I can't calm down. I can't focus on anything anymore. Can you feel it, Rachel? Yuri suddenly presses my hand against her chest. Why is this happening to me? I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It even makes me not want to read. I just want to look at you. Ew! Thank you, mOnIkA. She scares me, mOnIkA. I don't want to be with her anymore. She scares me. I was kicking my feet in fear. Oh, God. When I first played this game, or when I watched it or whatever, Yuri scared the shit out of me. I think I talked about it in the last episode, but that part right there, I don't know if I have like a minor case of it, but what is that phobia called? Hold on. I just looked it up. Scopophobia. It's like the fear of being watched. I think I read like a bunch of people that got kind of triggered by her. They like, ew. I don't know if it's really a phobia, but it's definitely that, I don't know, fear of being watched. Oh, God. It makes me want to scrunch my, ugh. It gives me that tinkling sensation on the back of my neck. It's so effective. And it's not the last time I'm going to show it either. It's time to share poems. Thank you, mOnIkA. Thank you. I was so scared, mOnIkA. So, editor Rachel here. I messed up the save files when I was playing through this episode. I accidentally saved over Natsuki's route save file that I had with Yuri's save file, and there is a special jump scare you get if you write a poem for Natsuki 2 days in a row. But the way that I messed up, it registered as I wrote a Natsuki poem the first day and a Yuri poem the second day. So I didn't get the jump scare in my original, in the first recording I did. And it bothered me so much while I was playing, and you'll hear me talk about it later. Maybe, if I don't edit out the parts where I'm talking about it. But, it just bothered me so much that I didn't get it, because I've gotten it almost every other time I've played this game, that I just felt like it was needed. Like, I needed to go and play the game again in order to get to this moment, because it just feels like not a Doki Doki Literature Club video without Natsuki's special jump scare. So let's just go ahead and do it. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Rachel, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead, okay? You don't hate me, Rachel, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. And it's the end. So that was Natsuki's jump scare. I also got some stuff, like some new jump scares or like spooky moments while I was going through this. I got Natsuki's realistic mouth that you can get when you're, when Yuri's apologizing to Natsuki. I got that. And also when I was doing the poem for Natsuki a second time, I just clicked on a word and I got a jump scare of like Sayori's like picture that you get from the files, and there was like distorted sound. It was really creepy. It made me go ugh. Like, that really got to me. Just talking about it makes me go ugh. But yeah, I felt like this video wasn't complete without me showing you guys that jump scare, so I went through the game again just to get that footage back to past Rachel. So we'll go to mOnIkA next because I don't know what'll happen with Yuri. Rachel, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you, which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be like a sexual thing. Though the point is, you've kind of been enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be the best for her. While you're at it, don't be too shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise it won't stop, violent, grating waveforms? I can't remember what this word is. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. Was this in the last one? Endless... something of meaningless. Delete her. Oh! Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's mOnIkA's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when... who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything? Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Actually, this is the first time I've really, noticed it, but the protagonist is not speaking back. So in those moments, she is talking to us. She's not talking to him. She's talking to us. So, the moments where she mentioned Natsuki's dad, and just then when... She also said something about Yuri in the previous episode, but especially now, she's kind of revealing that Yuri is in fact a cutter. The protagonist does not say anything at all. So it's definitely going off script, and she's talking to us. So I think I always knew that. I just never really thought more into it, which is super interesting. I love that so much. So let's go to Yuri. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. A rotating wheel. Okay, let me read it in her voice. Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 years in a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. A bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world. A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks. A time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 years and open eyes in all directions. Breathing gearbox, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes. So I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. I would love a special poem. A dream. I was staying over at my friend's house. At my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I drifted off to sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere, and there was also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on the TV. So the laughing was not part of the dream. It was the noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. Oh! Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. I'm scared. Stop. Okay. I can't. I think I've only gotten that once before, so I couldn't remember what happens. Oh, so we have a friend back there. Oh, my phone buzzed. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep this simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Rachel joined and we've started some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know. What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Rachel? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Rachel to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, mOnIkA, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Rachel joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Rachel isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. mOnIkA is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Rachel want to get more members too. Right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as mOnIkA wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation... No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I? Oh my god. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Rachel, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. mOnIkA sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. The baby is back. Hello. Can I help you? Do you require something? What do you need? He woke up from his nap. He truly is like a little baby. He's the youngest of the group. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. And now mOnIkA wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Rachel. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean... At least for a little bit of time, things were nice. And you moved my monitor. Thank you, buddy. Why don't you just sit down right here, chill out. Come here. Come on. Things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. God, fuck you, Yuri. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Oh! I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. I'm waiting. I'm waiting, Yuri. But what about you, Rachel? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as mOnIkA. Don't walk under the mic again. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes. Oh! Your eye's bleeding, Yuri. Why is it always her eyes? I find that very... She has a lot of, like, eye stuff. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So, if you would like to help mOnIkA with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. I know things are were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend. mOnIkA, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Rachel? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Rachel before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me, as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, mOnIkA. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! mOnIkA waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew! Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Rachel, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. Oh! I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time. With how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because in all the time we've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet. No, stop it. Should we keep going? I think we should keep going. So I am going to... I'm gonna write a poem for Natsuki. Oh my gosh. Okay, lazy. Oh! Games. Lipstick. Twirl. Oh. Oh. Headphones. Friends. Dream. Shit. Kiss. Fun. Bouncy. Silly. Play. Wait, did she just bounce? Bliss. Loud. Oh, maybe I just saw her move. Color. Skirt. Mouse. Email. Childhood. Hi, Rachel. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. mOnIkA, I told you not to... Ah! Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I just wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool. And I guess another girl would be nice this time. Like that girl back there? It's just I'm just saying. So, Natsuki, nobody cares. Why don't you go look for some coins under the vending machines or something? That's fucked up, Yuri. Aw, man! I'm the last one here again. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. No. That's Spears of Justice. Da-da-da-dum. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival too. Anyway, Rachel, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Ah, is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Rachel is already engaged in a novel that we're reading together. Aren't you glad I've already gotten him into literature, mOnIkA? I suppose I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, mOnIkA. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Haven't we already done that? Haven't we already done this? Wait, how did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. Oh, so I wasn't going nuts. Oh my god. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head has been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it hasn't really been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. But expressing those things so soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a little too intense. It made people not want to be around me. So I started hating those things about myself. My obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something. So I eventually stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could like me for the things that matter most to me, then it's just easier if I close myself off. But recently something's been wrong. I don't know what it is. But every time we come to the club, my heart starts to go crazy. Like it's going to rip out of my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions that I can't let out. I do not remember this part. It's been making me do weird things. I don't know why it's happening. Rachel. Okay, maybe I do remember this. Is it just me, or has mOnIkA been acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening, but finally we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just want to stay here. Ew! Oh, I see her. Just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends. And then we'll have the club room all to ourselves. Nobody to interfere with our reading time. Nobody to make me feel like I'm stabbing myself in the throat. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. Oh, ew! It sounds strange, but you wouldn't understand if you've never seen how beautiful they can be. I have no idea. Why don't you come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. Ew! She did it again. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I make sure to give them all their fair share of use. I don't want them to get lonely or anything. Nobody deserves to be lonely. Nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Rachel. Now we don't need to be lonely anymore, because we have each other. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around mOnIkA's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention the other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school, and read together, eat together, sleep together. Doesn't that sound perfect? It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why you joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate. Fate that we would meet each other. And now we get the happy ending that I've patiently waited years for. Will you do that with me, Rachel? Will you... Oh my god. Ew. Let's just go to Natsuki first. I hope this one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's anyway. I still can't really tell how much you actually care about writing, but either way you're doing alright. Even though you're not really spending time with anyone but Yuri. I still think it's nice to have activities that we all participate in. So you better keep working hard. I mean, I know I'm not president or vice president or anything, but that doesn't mean you can let me down, okay? So at least read mine too for now. But just be clear, this poem means a lot to me. So read it carefully, okay? I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you may not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She's always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please try to do something. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please, if you can do anything to help, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to. Please just try to do something. As for mOnIkA, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this. It's like she just wants us to ignore it. So I'm mad at her right now, but that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Rachel? If you would just spend more time with mOnIkA, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of mOnIkA from now on. Just mOnIkA. Just mOnIkA. Just mOnIkA. Just mOnIkA. Just mOnIkA. We'll go talk to mOnIkA next, because we don't know what'll happen with Yuri. Oh! Don't say I didn't warn you, Rachel. Finally. Yuri holds my poem to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Rachel, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it, please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Rachel. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that it makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself paper cuts so your skin oil enters my bloodstream. You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Oh, it's beautiful. I love the color. I have seen so many YouTubers who have played this. They're like, is that P? Is that P? No, it's T. Why do I knew it? Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about... More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. See? Aren't I the most thoughtful person in the world? Club? I think I'm going to vomit. Oh! I love blank. Things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa gives me lunch money. I like when Papa comes home before sundown. I like when Papa cooks. I like when Papa gives me privacy. I like when Papa doesn't tell me how to dress. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my friends. I like when Papa doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like when Papa keeps food in the house. I like when Papa uses his inside voice. I like when Papa leaves my stuff alone. I like when Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. So my poems that were centered around Natsuki, I don't remember this poem. To be honest. I feel like my poems are very close to this. Not like exactly like this, but they really centered around like her relationship with her dad. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparations. Let's hurry and get this over with. Ugh. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, you can make cupcakes. I know you're at least good at that. Yuri, you can... Well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, as long as you think it'll help. mOnIkA, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations and set up some nice mood lighting. There, see? That's a great idea. And that gives us all something to do. Huh? What about Rachel? Rachel is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, mOnIkA. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too! What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would fucking know. All you care about is dragging Rachel around with you in your stupid books. You and mOnIkA. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Rachel decide who to help instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, mOnIkA. Just let Rachel make the choice, okay? Okay, fine. Fine. Jeez. Rachel, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just... Natsuki, shut your fucking mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth! Jesus Christ. This is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Boink! Right in her eyeball. Yay, you picked me! We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you fucking kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Rachel for yourself? What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? mOnIkA, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Pulling Rachel away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you considered killing yourself? It would be beneficial to your mental health. Yuri, you're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See? That wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows mOnIkA and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Rachel. Yuri is really something, isn't she? mOnIkA giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Rachel, there's no need to spend the weekend with mOnIkA. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day, just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But it feels so good. Then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Rachel. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care if mOnIkA is listening. Please, Rachel, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with a pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself, and I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Rachel. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? Nope. Uh-oh. And then we are here for the weekend. Hey. All right, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought it was... Yeah. Ah! Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Rachel, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Rachel? Oh, geez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. It must have been pretty boring. I'll make it up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. Also in the files, it doesn't lead to anything, but there's a file that says have a nice weekend. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. mOnIkA lifts the foil from tray and takes a cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. I really just had to have one since it's the last time I'll ever get the chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I really shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. I'm a little nervous. Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Rachel. Welcome to the Literature Club. Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and, you know, I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Rachel. Now that I think about it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. Wait. You do know that I'm aware that this is all a game, right? I don't know when it happens. Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? Man, if only you had paid a little more attention, this would have been a little bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe any explanation. About that whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since we've heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me to just try to make them as unlikable as possible. But for some reason, nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I thought making Sayori more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you. And amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It just made her force you not to spend time with anyone else. And the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Rachel? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture. Every minute of it. And it's not just jealousy, Rachel. It's more than that. And I don't blame you for if you don't fully understand. Because no matter how kind and thoughtful and considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I am in this world. In this game, knowing my friends don't even have free will, and worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Rachel, but now you're here, you're real, and you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either, why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Even the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Rachel. I don't think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as for the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so. But it must have been some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things. But I realized that you have the same perspective as I do. That it's all just some game. And I knew you would get over it. So, that being said, Rachel, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. Will you make me smile like this every day from now on? Rachel, will you go out with me? Yeah. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Rachel. The funny part is, I mean that literally. There's nothing left there. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think time is passing anymore. It really is a dream come true. I worked so hard for this ending, Rachel. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you wouldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get to the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files folder. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with a click of a button. Well, I guess on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we finally got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this. Don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? I want to try... Is there like a... Oh no. I thought maybe there was like an intact mOnIkA. Hi again, Rachel. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy. I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Rachel, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With a flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into the detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I just assumed it would be best to be part of the game like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us end up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now we don't need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Rachel? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? Hold on a second. No! Sorry, I can't exactly read your comments from here, but do you mind telling your friend it's a little bit rude for them to start recording me without any warning? I'm sure most people... Oh my... But I get really self-conscious on camera. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm being put on the spot now. Let's see. Do you want to see a trick? I can't really do much except for a couple things. Are you ready? I'm just kidding. No, you're not. I can't do anything after all. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Did I scare you? You're so cute. Anyway, Rachel, I didn't mean to get distracted. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to come earlier, like way earlier. So I thought I was in the clear for a second. Even though it's your fault for distracting me. Shame on you. I'm just kidding. Anything we do together is fun as long as it's with you. But anyway, if it takes me some time to collect my thoughts, then I'm sorry, but I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Did you know I'm on Twitter? My username is lilmonix3. I guess someone was kind enough to make an account for me. I picked the username, though. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world. The real world. So make sure you follow me, okay? It would really mean a lot to me. With how much you mean to me and all, it would really make me feel loved. I'll sit here and... Her dialogue in this section is actually really interesting. She has a lot of it, though. I can't help but wonder how things would be different if the game just gave me a route in the first place. I think I would end up forcing you onto my route anyway. It has less to do with me not having a route, and more to do with me knowing that nothing is real. I think the only difference would be that I may not have needed to take such drastic measures to be with you. Maybe the rest of the club would still be around. Not that it really matters. It all lost its meaning once I found out it wasn't real. So I really don't miss those days or anything. I really don't. Man, I wish there was a piano in here. I never got to finish that song I was working on. And after I worked so hard on it, I never even got a chance to play it for you. Well, it is what it is, right? No sense having any regrets. I already get to be here with you forever. I really like the sound of rain. Not so much getting my clothes and hair wet, though, but a nice quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside my window. It's one of the most calming experiences for me. Yeah. Sometimes I imagine you holding me while we listen to the sound of rain outside. That's not too cheesy or anything, is it? Would you ever do that for me, Rachel? You know, it's funny, because even though I've always had a lot of drive, there's something kind of enticing about it being the stay-at-home partner. I guess I'm like perpetuating gender roles or whatever by saying that, but being able to keep the house clean and shop and decorate and things like that, and having a nice dinner for you when you come home, is that a weird fantasy? I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. I wouldn't really be able to put that over striving for a fulfilling career. It's kind of cute to think about, though. I don't know if I'll get through all of them, but her dialogue in this section is really cool to see. I wish we did have like a mOnIkA route, to be honest. After a long day, I usually just want to sit around and do nothing. I get so burnt out having to put on smiles and be full of energy the whole day. Sometimes I just want to get right into my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk food. It feels so unbelievably good to do that on a Friday when I don't have anything pressing the next day. Sorry, I know it's not very cute of me, but a late night on the couch with you, that would be a dream come true. My heart is pounding just thinking about it. This part of her eye right here, I guess that would be her pupil, maybe? Or, it's so creepy looking. I hope she didn't hear me say that. Rachel, have you ever wondered what it feels like to die? It's something I used to think about pretty often, but recently I think I've actually learned what it feels like. I don't really understand it, but whenever you quit the game, it feels like I'm instantly put to sleep, left with nothing but my thoughts. But after a few But after a few seconds, my thoughts start to fill with incoherent, jumbled patterns. I see static and rapid flashes of color while hearing all kinds of weird screaming noises. At that point, I can't even form my own thoughts anymore. I'm just endlessly hammered by the flashing and screaming, unable to move or even think. I'm pretty sure at that moment I don't really exist, but for some reason I can remember it anyway. After some immeasurable amount of time, it stops in an instant and I'm back in my own mind. And you're here with me. I have no idea what it means for the game to quit, or why that stuff happens to me. But I also don't know how you always come back and put everything back to normal. But if you could do me a favor and do that to me as little as possible, that would be really great. It's really not very pleasant at all to be trapped in that screaming void. But in the end, you always fix it, and that makes me feel like you really do care about me. So I have to thank you for that. It makes me feel even closer to you when you're here with me. Hey, what's your favorite game? Mine is Doki Doki Literature Club. That was a joke. But if you told me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. I actually haven't played many, romance visual novels. I played one a while ago. I can't remember what it's called. I really don't remember. You know, it kind of sucks to be the creative type. It feels like they work so hard but get almost nothing for it. You know, like artists, writers, actors. It's sad because there's so much beautiful talent in the world, but most of it goes unseen and unpaid. I guess that just means there's a huge surplus of creativity, huh? Kind of makes you feel like you're just not special at all. But that's fine. You're supposed to just write for yourself anyway, right? Yeah. I actually have a hard time writing for myself. I really... creating is fine and all that, but, I really thrive on external validation. Something that I was talking to my friend about recently, and I'm like, holy shit, because that's something that she struggles with. It's just work lately. I've been feeling kind of I've been having like mixed feelings about my job. It just happens sometimes. And yeah, but it's like the same thing when it comes to creative stuff. I mean, I like getting like really good comments on, you know, fan fiction that I've posted or comments on here on this channel. I mean, a bad comment is not going to like destroy my motivation or anything, but I do overthink. I'm like, what did I do? Especially when it's like super vague and they don't really say anything. It's like, oh my god, what did I do wrong? But then it kind of goes away. But yeah, just you don't have to comment, by the way. I'm not begging for comments, but that's just something that I have to work on. Hey, have you ever heard of the term yandere? It's a personality type that means someone is so obsessed with you that they'll do absolutely anything to be with you. Usually to the point of craziness. They might stalk you to make sure you don't spend time with anyone else. They might even hurt you or your friends to get their way. But anyway, this game happens to have someone who can basically be described as yandere. By now it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about. And that would be Yuri. She really got insanely possessive of you when she started to open up a little. She even told me I should kill myself. I couldn't even believe she said that. I just had to leave at that point. But thinking about it now, it was a little ironic. Anyway, a lot of people are actually into the yandere type, you know? I guess they really like the idea of someone being crazy obsessed with them. People are weird. I don't judge, though. Also, I might be a little obsessed with you, but I'm far from crazy. It's kind of the opposite, actually. I turned out to be the only normal girl in this game. It's not like I could actually ever kill a person. Just the thought of it makes me shiver. But come on, everyone's killed people in games before. Does that make you a psychopath? Of course not. But if you do happen to be into the yandere type, I can try acting a little more creepy for you. Then again, there's already nowhere else for you to go, or anyone for me to get jealous over. Is this a yandere girl's dream? I'd ask Yuri if I could. Is mOnIkA a yandere? Like, is she? See, I actually love this segment. I don't wanna skip out. I don't wanna delete her. I hate how hard it is to form habits. There's so much stuff where actually doing it isn't hard, but forming the habit seems impossible. It just makes you feel so useless, like you can't do anything right. I think the new generation suffers from it the most. Probably because we have a totally different set of skills than those who came before us. Thanks to the internet, we're really good at sifting through tons of information really quickly. But we're bad at doing things that don't give us instant gratification. I think if science, psychology, and education don't catch up in the next 10 or 20 years, then we're in trouble. But for the time being, if you're not one of the people who can conquer the problem, you must just have to live with feeling awful about yourself. Good luck, I guess. Hey, do you like horror? I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I can enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. The problem I have with horror movies is that most of them just rely on easy tactics. Like dark lighting and spooky scaring monsters and jump scares and things like that. It's not fun or inspiring to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. But with novels, it's a little different. The story and writing need to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts into the reader's head. It really needs to etch them deeply into the story and characters and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than things just being slightly off. Like if you set up a bunch of expectations or what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. So even though the story doesn't feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader feels really deeply unsettled. Like they know that something horribly wrong is hiding behind the cracks, just waiting to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? Don't worry, I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. I can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Actually, the only story that has ever made me, like, lose sleep over is, it was in the second Fazbear Frights book, Fetch. It was the third story, the Plush Trap Chaser one. It was scary. Do you ever just feel like there's no real reason for you to be alive? I don't mean in, like, a suicidal way. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working at some job for some company. It's like you're completely replaceable, and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. It makes me really want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize it's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go change the world. Like, what are the chances that I'll be the one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? It feels like I'm never going to make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. That's why I think the key to happiness is just be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. But when people realize the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify the reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive and I can die happy. Of course, even if I failed to do that, I think I would be too selfish to kill myself anyway. So much for being a good person, right? Alright. I think it's time to say goodbye to mOnIkA. I will be right back. Oh, there we go. What's happening? Rachel, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Rachel. Please hurry and help me. Help me. Did you do this to me, Rachel? Did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Rachel. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Rachel, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? Oh, my friends, I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... I've made up my mind, Rachel. I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it, even though I knew they weren't real. They were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I love the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. But if I really love you, then oh. Poor mOnIkA. I feel bad for mOnIkA. It's an ordinary school day like any other. As usual, I'm surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. As always, I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. Hey, Rachel! Well, there already is one girl. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. We used to walk to school together every day, and recently we've picked up that habit once again. Rachel, are you proud of me? For what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. And you've never even said anything about it, even though we walked to school together every day. Well, yeah, I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Rachel, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not. I start to say that what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining any clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs were a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Boo. You meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. But I started to realize that in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah! Rachel? What are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Rachel that Sayori is always talking about? Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Rachel. We're the literature club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. No need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Rachel, don't tell me. You're... That's right. The club I've decided to join is yours, Sayori. The literature club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say! We have to celebrate! What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah! After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry.
Everyone sit down at the table, okay?
How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and the little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute!
Wow, those look amazing.
Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs one first, and I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around on my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything.
As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess.
Already trying to impress our new member, Yuri?
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Rachel, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common.
Hey, Yuri.
Huh?
Well, about, the first thing he said.
Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room.
Don't just say it.
For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it.
Besides, manga is literature too, So, if Rachel wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything.
Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. He can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Rachel?
Maybe.
Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in.
Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right?
I don't disagree or anything.
Yeah. You're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh?
Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one.
Then as for Yuri...
I have to read manga?
Jeez, you were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful.
Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interests, Natsuki.
If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature.
Are you just saying that?
No, I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well.
Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay?
Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting.
Just you?
Would you like to come with me?
If you don't mind.
Not at all. I always go alone, so...
Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Suri, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay?
Yes, I look forward to it.
Oh, Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Rachel. You think so? Well, everyone always seems to get along a little bit better with you around Sayori. Aw, Rachel. Don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it the best club ever. Now that you joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Rachel. I really wanted to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy that you joined the club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for spending so much time with us all. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. You comforted us through our hard times, and you helped us get along with each other. Do you get it, Rachel? Because I'm president now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? You saved and loaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the literature club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and care about each other. It's kind of sad, you know? After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've already reached the end of the game. So, this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Rachel. Come visit sometime, okay? We'll always be here for you. We all love you. Oh.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff?
Her voice is so cute.
Not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really, really hard on it. So yeah.
Every day.
I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark bottle. Just move your hand right
The way into his heart.
But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day?
What will it take just to find that special day? Oh.
Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today? When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, says it all. And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all? Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality? If I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Oh, hi, Salem. We just we just finished the game. I didn't mean to knock you off balance. Oh. To the special player who achieved the special ending, for years I've been enamored by the ability of visual novels and games in general to tell stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are an interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds, some challenge your mind in brand new ways, some make you feel like a hero or a friend, even when life is hard on you. Some games are just plain fun, and that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy... Sit your butt down. You're ruining the tender moment, Salem. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People who enjoy dating sims may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that life has not been kind enough to offer them. If they are enjoying themselves, then that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reasons we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been the ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my true gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being a part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato. So you get that if you go down all the routes and you get like all the CGI, the like artwork unlocked. Like if there's a scene that you didn't unlock, then it would be like grayed out and stuff. Do not stand on my PC. Oh no, don't put a hole in my shirt either. What are you doing? What is happening? Oh, please reinstall the game. Wait, will it really not let me? Oh, so I actually do have to uninstall it. Well, damn. Okay. So I actually didn't really anticipate finishing this game in this episode, but I guess that's what happened. Oh my god, it's 4:30 in the morning. I didn't realize it was so late. You're probably hungry, aren't you? That's why you're up here. You want me to go feed you. It's not because you love me or anything. Let me wrap it up and I'll go get you food. So, yeah, this was a lot of fun. I really love this game. It's great to revisit it every once in a while. I really hope Dan Salvato comes out with something soon. I know there was DDLC Plus, and I thought about doing that one instead, but I was hoping it would, like... I know there's a little bit more lore that got released with it or discovered with it. I don't really remember what it is though, because it's been a while. But the like extra stuff where it's the characters interacting with one another, I don't know how I feel about it. It was, to me, it was not what I was really wanting. I was wanting like something more. I don't know. I don't know. It's been so long since this game. When did this game come out? It's been a hot minute. So it's been over 7 years. It's been like over 7 years since this game came out. And we haven't really gotten much else. Except for the new stuff in DDLC Plus. But still. I know it takes a while for like games to develop, especially indie developers, but it just sounds like every once in a while we'll hear from Dan Salvato like, oh, I'm working on something, and it seems like he's always working on something, and then we never hear anything else. I don't know. Maybe I don't follow him on, I don't know if he's on Twitter or whatever, but I just hope like in the future we'll see more from him. Because this game is amazing. This game is very special to a lot of people. And I just remember like being so excited to see a new playthrough of it, because it was just, you know, the realization that this is a horror game is so, no matter how many people you see go through the whole Sayori section, it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for them to get to it. Even now, like, rewatching some of my favorite playthroughs, it's always fun, because it's like, ooh, they're getting to that part, you know? Like, even I felt giddy, like, oh my gosh, things are about to, like, the shit's about to hit the fan. I have a lot to say. I felt like I had a lot to say, but I think some of it's already been kind of cleared up in the game. I think Yuri would be an amazing antagonist, though. I think do not jump up there. He's gonna start causing mischief, because he knows when he does that, he gets fed faster. Just calm down. You can go a couple more minutes. I promise you won't starve. I think she's always aware that... I think she's also aware the entire time. I don't know. I think she's supposed to be like the foil to mOnIkA. Because there are things that... Because she's aware that mOnIkA's listening. And I don't think that's her being paranoid. I feel like she knows that mOnIkA is different from everybody else, because she herself is different. I don't know. There's just something about... There's just something about Yuri. And I think all the characters are aware at a certain level, and it takes certain things to happen for that awareness to like heighten. Because even Natsuki is a little aware too that something is going on in the game. I think she's the least aware out of all of them. I think mOnIkA is at full awareness, and I think Yuri is too. And Sayori didn't reach full awareness until after, you know, she became, like, the club president. But yeah, that'll be it. Also, if you reach the end of this video and you have any suggestions for any other video games you would like to see on my channel, please let me know. I am always looking for suggestions. I have a lot of games that I could play, but I am very indecisive on what to play next. I know in October there are 2 games that are going to be releasing that I am in fact going to be playing, like for sure, which is Until Dawn. The remake is coming out. Cannot wait. I love Until Dawn. I think it comes out the 4th. Here, let me look real quick. Yep, it comes out October 4th. So I will be playing that. I'm so excited. Oh my god. So I'll be playing that. Amanda the Adventurer 2 comes out, I think, in October as well. Or no, it comes out in the fall. I don't know why I'm just assuming that it's going to come out in October. Let me check that too. Yeah, it actually doesn't. It just says 2024. I think there was something about it coming out this fall, though. So sometime this fall, I'll be playing Amanda the Adventurer 2. But I know for a fact Until Dawn comes out the 4th, October 4th. So yeah, that'll be the next big playthrough that I do. I'm still playing Alice Madness Returns and then The Walking Dead Telltale game, which that one will be wrapped up here pretty soon as well. But anyway, yeah, drop some suggestions to me. Any other visual novels you want me to play? I know Danganronpa is a big one. I know Cooking Companions is in a similar vein to Doki Doki Literature Club, so that's in my sights. I think I have it on my wish list. Or maybe I've already bought it. I have that, what is it called? Attorney Ace? That, like, legal visual novel. I have that too. So there are a bunch of visual novels that I can play. But yeah, suggestions. Highly, please. I would like them a lot. Also, I would like to thank everyone who subscribed to my channel because of the series. I hope you enjoy the rest of my content. I'm always like worried that when people subscribe to me because of the game I'm playing, that any games that I play in the future will just disappoint people. It's like a lot of people, quite a few people subscribed to my channel when I was playing GTA 5, and now I'm playing like not GTA 5. So I'm just kind of worried that people are going to be like, yeah, we're just going to unsubscribe because she's not playing games that we're interested in. So that's why I'm always asking for suggestions. Because there are a lot of games that I haven't played that maybe people would like to see. I don't know. I feel like I'm playing catch up. There are a lot of games that I want to play on my channel. So, but thank you for subscribing. I'm almost at 60. I'm at 59 now. I don't know if I'll get another subscriber and, in between the time I record this and the time that it's uploaded, but who knows? Who knows? God, it's just crazy. I'm almost to 60, and it's, been a little more than a year. That is just like, that's crazy to me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Yeah, but just thank you. I'm not going to do my whole spiel. Not like I have in the other videos. But I just hope you have a good night, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.